They love it. My sauce, my grind. Tony Hawk, new whip, just bought. See you, she get turned off.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy J.Brock. It's Clapitup LA. I'm right here with my brother Melly Mel, the owner of Melroseunncutt. My boy is an 11-year, going on 12-year barber. And guess what? This is the only place you can get that famous butter fade. So y'all make sure y'all tap in, hit my boy on Instagram, and book y'all haircut right now. And you get you a parking spot guaranteed every single time. I don't know if you want to miss out on that. Yeah. Melly Mel, how you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's a blessing. It's good to be sitting right here with my boy. Yeah. Now, y'all might not know, but my boy was a beast on that football field, man. If you ain't never paid attention, if you ain't never heard, we're going to put you up on game just like that right now. Now, growing up, you first played for the Inglewood Jets.
Yeah.
Then he went on to play for the SoCal Falcons, y'all. How was your experience playing for the Inglewood Jets? And then, you know what I'm saying, being able to go to another team and feel how that culture was?
Man, my experience with the Inglewood Jets was like any other young man who's never played football. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, if you don't got no uncle or big cousin that's a coach or nothing like that, there's a certain like way you come into football. Yeah, right. Nigga might have to get put down that nose guard first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get the bully ass first. You know what I'm saying? So like that was really my come up on some, like, you know, what his heart like, what is, you know what I'm saying? Dude, is he dedicated? Is he, you know what I'm saying? Is he for real about this? And we talking like 7 years old, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just figuring out that, like, this is something that I really want to do, that I really like it. You know what I'm saying? At the time, my favorite receiver is Jerry Rice. Okay. So you started off playing wide receiver? I started off playing wide receiver.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, but before that, like, you got to go through, you know what I'm saying, the Oklahoma drill. You got to go through. So, like, to even see, like, you know what I'm saying, if this even...
Was you a hitter back then?
Nah.
Okay. You had to be on it. Yeah.
Nah. I was on some, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to make the tackle, but I'm not a hitter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go make the tackle, but I'm not a hitter, not to what I became.
Right.
So, well, go ahead.
When I first started, I was soft as cotton, boy. Yeah. Telling you, my step-pops had to take me home every day and show me how to hit. Then I became a beast. Yeah. Was there something that you would say that you felt that you needed to immediately get better with when you first got on the field?
Really just the technique. Okay. Like, I was an athlete as a youngin', you know what I'm saying? Like, just on the blacktop playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? Elementary school type stuff. And it was just the fundamentals. Like, I just really needed the fundamentals. But, you know, I played for Inglewood Jets white with Coach Blue. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, like, respect to Coach Blue and Coach Browning and Marquise Rogers, Pops, you know what I'm saying? He was our wide receiver coach. So we had like, you know, I was blessed with having like real coaches, you know what I'm saying, that like really played football and really had techniques and really was able to teach us, you know what I'm saying? So like, and I was big on like learning, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to pick up fast, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Leo, so like we try to do everything at like the highest level.
Got you. Very competitive.
So that was. But with Inglewood, we made it to the Super Bowl. We played Mission Viejo. Oh yeah, you know Mission Viejo, and you know what I'm saying, Mission Viejo always been hard. You know what I'm saying? You can't run from Mission Viejo, baby. They was the New England Patriots before the New England Patriots. With the fundamentals and how they just, you know what I'm saying, as kids. That was like the ending of my Inglewood run with Coach Blue. I probably put in like 2 years with him, and then that's when I transitioned to the SoCal Falcons.
Now, were they in the Snoop League?
Inglewood Jets?
No, the SoCal Falcons. Okay. See, I thought they was the South Bay Falcons.
Nah.
Yeah, it was the South Bay Falcons, bro.
SoCal Falcons.
That's crazy as hell. Maybe they turned to the SoCal Falcons.
We got Snooper Bowl.
You know what? He younger than me. Y'all keep forgetting he younger than me, bro. So yeah, they probably was the SoCal Falcons.
They might have transitioned or something like that.
Yeah, and that was when you played with Cheetah. Yeah. Who else was on that team that's pretty notable?
Cheetah. Shea Fields.
Oh yes, shout out Shea Fields. Shout out Shea Fields. He went to Colorado and everything. He did his thing.
Green.
Okay. Shout out Jalen Green.
Ladarius Wiley.
You
know what I'm saying? He's still in the league right now.
Okay, that's hard. That's why I feel.
With the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. Bet.
Who Day played on that team.
Okay, shout out my boy Ocho Day.
Who else played on that team? Artist Perez played with us for a hot second.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we had some Sean Moore,
okay.
Ricky,
yeah,
Anthony Ashley.
So and y'all got what, 2 chips?
Nah, I got 2. Nah, do I got 2? It might have been 2. We might have got 2. I think I got 1.
Man, I ain't getting none up in the SYFL. You got you a chip in the SYFL. You was hard.
I really want to say we got 2 though, but you know what I'm saying. We just gonna stick with 1. You feel me? Play it safe. We got that one at the Home Depot Center against Compton.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I was there at that game.
Yeah.
But now, how much did you enjoy playing in the Snoop League? You know what I'm saying? Snoop being of his stature.
That's really where I got, like, when you asked me, like, you know.
Was you a hitter? Yeah, because that's what I was hearing about him.
Yeah.
I was hearing he was a hitter right there. That's when he became that.
Yeah. I got Snoop nicknamed me Maniac.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At a scrimmage against Compton.
Yeah.
My first year playing free safety.
Yeah.
And I'm just, bro.
Coming down.
I'm coming down. and this, like, this me and Cheetah first year playing together.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't really know him. I don't know about him at the demos. And
Right,
all that.
right.
Playing at Okjaf, you
right.
feel me? So we just meet each other on some, you feel me? We just click on some homie type.
Yeah.
And so when he start banging, I start banging. He's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what we on.
Yeah. That's the way it works. And if you know Cheetah, man, you know Cheetah hard. You know what I mean? Shout out Cheetah. You know what I'm saying? My boy's still doing his thing.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to high school, did you initially play football in high school?
See, I was young.
Uh-huh.
I graduated at 17, but like a fresh 17.
Okay.
So my freshman year, I was playing junior midget.
Oh, you was one of them older, lighter dudes. Yeah,
You know
they
what
can
I'm
do that.
saying?
Yeah.
But I'm younger, older in the grade sense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I'm still the same age as everybody that's on the team.
Right.
I'm just, you feel me, in the 9th grade. Where I should have really been in the 8th grade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's how that really worked.
Yeah.
And that's when we went to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And that's when Compton finally went to go get Rashid and all them.
Yeah,
just to be
Compton was going
Wadu,
stupid.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah. So, but my freshman year, I was at Catch, Crenshaw Arts Tech Charter High, so they didn't even have no sports. You know what I'm saying? They was over there stepping and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when I got introduced to all that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you feel me? I can't stay here. Like,
Right.
And my best friend Malik, he was going to Westchester. He was trying to get me to Westchester.
Yeah.
But my dad was in El Segundo.
Okay.
So I was low-key going up to El Segundo, and like quickly they like, bro, you need to stay here. Like, we want you in El Segundo, but my mom wasn't going.
Yeah. Mom's was like, nah, no way, we got to get you out.
So, and then that's when I went to that's when I transferred to Westchester, so I could go play football. And I played JV at Westchester. In 10th grade. Okay,
cool. So while at Westchester, throughout this whole time, if y'all don't know, my boy Melly Mel is in and out of the barbershop, contributing however he can. You feel what I'm saying? Like we said, he an 11-year barber, but this started as a young kid. Now, you came up sweeping, filling vendor machines, doing different types of things in the barbershop. And then at one point you started to feel, I'm tired of doing this. I want to do something else.
Because as we talking about, you know, my time playing Pop Warner football, my dad couldn't hear. He got his own shops at this point. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I'm with him, I got to go to the shop. Yeah. So no matter what I don't care what Snoop just nicknamed me.
Yeah.
You got to clean these mirrors.
Yeah.
And he didn't just have no regular little shop. He had an actual space. You know what I'm saying? Where it's double-sided. He had an upstairs. He had all type of stuff in there. A theater room, a studio in there. He was always on his entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
You know, since I was a youngin'.
Right.
So the whole time that I'm on my football tip, I'm still in the shop because I gotta go chill with Pops. And as I'm chilling with Pops, he really got me on some, like, you got chores. Yeah. And no matter what type of high I'm on from what I just did in the football game or just coming out of practice, I gotta sweep. Right. And I just got to a point like, bro, if I gotta be here, I'm not gonna be sweeping. I'm gonna cut. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta be here. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So it wasn't like I want to cut hair and this is where I want to play football. Yeah. I want to go to the league. Right. I want to have my dad on some. I got your jersey on and but he hustling. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, if I gotta be here, like, I'm gonna cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do something that look cool. Right.
Instead of just now, let me ask you this: how do you feel that contributed to where you are today, though? You feel me? Being that young, going through that, and understanding, like, okay, if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be doing more than just this. How do you feel that contributed to the success that you have today?
I think him just, you know what I'm saying, having me on the just on a program whenever I'm around him, as far as cleaning and just understanding that, like, you know, you gotta contribute. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm your dad and this is my stuff, don't mean you could just eat candy and just play video games and watch TV in a shot. You gotta contribute. And I think that that was the first time that I ended up getting like a hustle seed planted into me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, all right, if I gotta do something, this is what I'm gonna choose to do. And that was really a like, you know, just a door to, you know, exposure. You know what I'm saying? Seeing something else. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing football all day. So now that I put the clippers in my hand, it was like, okay, this is a whole nother world. You know
Yeah, I mean, you learn how to make money at that early age. Now, Pops was a 30-year barber.
Still to
this day, a 30-year barber. And you got to experience a lot of successful barbers back then. You know what I'm saying? What type of game did you get once you actually started diving in? Like, okay, I'm gonna really do this, so let me ask about this, let me ask about that. Or when you finally was able to listen up on their conversations, what type of stuff would you pick up on?
Well, like early on, I wasn't really too much of a talker unless I was like spoken to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something that for sure we was taught that.
You know what I'm saying? I was really just in there just listening, and you know, a lot of people be like, dang, like Lil Mel all up in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll really be watching and really be, you know what I'm saying, listening and and you know, I learned a lot from, you know what I'm saying, my parents, but I was in an environment where I'd seen a lot of men from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? And I was really just able to listen to all type of stories. All type of like, in a barbershop, it's a lot of villains that come in. It's a lot of heroes that come in.
Nigga said villains.
Yeah, there's a lot of in-betweens too. So like you get to hear like stories about, you know, people doing some like extravagant type, some, you know, real street stuff. So it was like I got to, you know, not experience, but I got to hear all the things that was going on and who I wanted to be like, who I wanted to mimic. You know what I'm saying? Who I wanted to put into myself at 11, at 12. You know what I'm saying? So that was that for me. If that like answered the question.
No, I got you. Okay, now Pops began to let you cut hair. You know what I'm saying? And would actually finish it off. Do you remember the very first time you put up some clippers and put it up to somebody's head and actually went to work?
Yeah. I remember the first time with him, and I remember the first time by myself.
Okay, explain 13. With him, and then we're gonna go to by yourself.
So with him, I didn't actually get to use the clippers. I had the scissors.
Okay.
It was my little cousin, Patrick.
Okay.
He had stupid, dumb, long hair.
Yeah.
And he just was, you know what I'm saying, wasn't getting his hair done well, something like that. Like, all right, cool, I'm gonna cut your hair. Yeah. But this is when I had my real convo with him, like, man, I'm done sweeping and doing all this stuff. Like, it was that day.
Okay, now how was that conversation though? Like, what? Were you nervous about having that conversation with Pops? Like, look, I'm tired of this. Show me how to.
Because it wasn't really like I'm tired of this. It was really me half-ass cleaning up a lot. Yeah. And he caught on to it? Me getting in trouble.
Okay.
Doing that. So it's like, obviously, this not my thing. This not what I'm trying to be on. If I gotta be here, like, I'm trying to cut. Let me cut something. And he like, you want to cut? Yeah. And he got my little cousin in the chair. I'm like, like. That's what you feel me? If I gotta be here, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Like, all right, here go the scissors. Yeah. Held my cousin here, I snipped it, and he like, that's your cut. That's your cut.
How did you feel good about that though, or was you kind of like, man?
Like, come on, bro. I'm serious. So he just, you know, I think we maybe had a couple conversations about it or whatever, and I had a couple, like, I lived in these apartments on Gage and Westland, where we used to practice for the SoCal Falcons at Harvard Park. Yeah. So in my apartments, we used to be outside playing throw up, tackle, basketball, all type of stuff. Yeah. And ain't nobody had haircuts. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, Dad, I want to start cutting people. You know what I'm saying? That's in my apartments and stuff. Yeah. So he like, okay, you kind of serious. Okay. So you feel me? He got me some little makeshift clippers or whatever, and I used to cut hair, bro, like the homies in my apartments for like $2, $3. Like I used to really cut hair to go to the candy store. Okay. In the apartments. To go get me and my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, some snacks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just from we was out playing all day. Yeah. And that's really like how I started, was just me trying to go to the candy store. Right.
So as a little kid, you pictured yourself before you actually cut there. You pictured yourself cutting their hair. Was you looking at niggas' hair? It's like, man, he need to cut. Come on, man, just let me. Oh, man, that's beautiful.
And it was a level of like, my dad got me messed up too. Yeah. He just like let me scissor cutting my cousin hair.
Right.
Like, that was it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I'm about to like the homies need cuts. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm about to, and I like. My dad not the type of person to just give you like money and just give you, you know what I'm saying? He really like, if you want something, come to the shop and bust down, and then we could talk about what you want. Right. You know what I'm saying? So,
and this is before the age of 13 when you start cutting their hair in apartments?
No, this is, I mean, all from like growing up and stuff, that's just how he was. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just I'm just giving you and just doing all that type of stuff. He was you know what I'm saying? You want something, come up to the shop. Right. You know
now, do you remember that very first cut that you did in that apartment? You remember that very first cut?
Yeah, it was an even Steven. He like, all you could do is evens, you know what I'm saying? Be light on their hairlines type stuff.
And it was $2.
I want to say I got like $2. I want to say I got like $2.
Wait, so how did Melly Mel feel when he was finally able to do that at that age?
Man, this like it's regular.
It's easy. It's just easy money.
Like, I don't know. That's my little brothers just like that too.
Yeah.
Like, we just think, you know what I'm saying, we could just do it. Even though we're nowhere near in the capacity of being able to do it for real, we just got that type of spirit. You know what I'm saying? So when I was done, I'm like, bro, who else? Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Who next? You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm cutting in the house. Right. Now they coming in the bathroom. Now my dad like, bro, you need to clean up.
And this is for $2, $3 at this point.
This is really whatever I could get, low key. I'm trying to get $5.
So was you hitting somebody for $2 and then telling him it's $5?
Bro, I'm trying to go to the candy store, bro. I'm trying to. It depends on what I want today. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out.
Hey, Melly Mel cutting.
And I got little brothers. Yeah. So like, I'm trying to like, we all need something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to go to the candy store.
On me. So one of the homies be like, yeah, Melly Mel cutting for $2. He charged me $5 today.
However it busts down, that's how.
You gotta get it. You gotta get it.
But I wasn't there in those conversations because. You know, I was with my mom, I was with my dad, you feel me? I see my dad on certain days, type, you know what I'm saying? So it was a real visitation-based situation, all that type stuff, you know what I'm saying? I grew up, I'm one of them kids that grew up as a custody baby. Right. So I don't know if anybody else relate to that, but that was my upbringing.
Was you chubby?
When I say a custody baby?
I thought you said husky baby. He said custody baby. Okay, that's different. Okay, gotcha.
I was the kid in class, like y'all ever got picked up by y'all parents at the police station?
Oh man,
the kids like, huh? What? I never, bro. This second grade. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This first grade. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I just got picked up at the police station. Like, y'all ever? They like, bro, I don't know what you talking about.
Man, and you know what? I want y'all to pay attention to these details right here. If you know Melly Mel, you know where he has been, and you know where he's at today. Melly Mel said he started off in living rooms, then to the bathrooms. You got to understand, this is a real story right here that people got to understand is levels. But you got to make it through level 1 before you can get to level 20. Man. You just got to be patient and trust the process. Now, so when you cutting and you get to Westchester, because we know at Westchester, you begin to grow the clientele. That's when you catching the bus with your homies and y'all going to the barbershop. Now, what was it like? Influencing people at that age? Let me cut your hair, bro. I got you. Come to my dad's barbershop. What was that hustle like? Because I know some people told you no, some people told you yes, some people grew into believers. How was that whole situation for you?
So, like before Westchester, I wasn't consistently cutting. Okay. Like when I was doing that, the apartments wasn't a consistent thing. It was an every blue moon thing. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I was cutting, it was maybe cut my little brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe cut the homie. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, this every blue moon, right? Because I'm really still focused on playing sports and stuff. Yeah, right. So when I got to Westchester, my dad, you know, he's starting to hear how I'm really on, like, you know, football. And he always been the person that was like, what if? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just push you to do something that a lot of people don't make it in. Right. So I'm going to show you some other avenues and things of that nature. Right. So it was a Saturday. So I was at the shop. I don't know why or whatever, but I was at the shop. And he like, bro, today you're going to cut my whole day. I'm going to let you cut my whole day just so you can see what it's like.
What was the feelings like at that moment, though?
What was what?
How did you feel? Like, immediately, like, damn. I'm finna...
I was low-key spooked. Like,
okay,
because I'm not a consistent cutter. Like, I'm not a consistent, you feel me? Like, the formula that I cut with now, I didn't have this understanding of barbering. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling for it. You know what I'm saying? I can do evens. I can do light tapers, but it wasn't the detailedness of a taper that I do now. You know what I'm saying? So when he told me that, he like, you know, I'm gonna be here the whole time, but you're gonna get paid from everybody. Everybody that pay me, they gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take everything for today. So that Saturday I made $250. In the 10th grade.
In the 10th grade. That's baller money right there. 10th grade, $250.
So I was in math class, and I was doing something. I was like spaced out, and Mr. Ivory.
Yeah.
He was my math teacher at Westchester. He like called me outside, like, "Hey, Mel, like, what's up? Like, what's going on?" Like, he had I don't know what made him feel to pull me outside and have a real conversation with me, but he like, what's going on? Like, you normally and today you kind of spaced. Yeah. I'm like, man, I just cut with my pops on Saturday. This like maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime during the week. Yeah. I made $250. Yeah. Like, I'm not done with your class, Mr. Ivory. I'm not done with high school. Yeah. I made $250.
Huh. Figured it out, huh? Found something.
Now I'm conflicted.
Yeah. Like, why do I need to be in school? Yeah.
So now I'm conflicted. Like, this not making sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So from that point on, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm about to start telling the homies, like, you feel me? Because my dad gave me the green light. Like, if anybody up there want cut you, come pull up. You good. So Nick King was the first person that hair that I cut. Nick King.
Shout out Nick King. Yeah.
He played quarterback on varsity for the football team. Yeah. So Nick King in 11th grade, I'm in the 10th grade. Yeah. But we got chemistry together. Yeah. So I tell him, well, he like, man, I'll fuck with you. Like, I'll fuck with you. Like, I'll fuck with you. So he pulled up. I tapered him up. He come back to school like, Mel cut me. Yeah. They like, huh? And that's how I really got my clout, because Nick King co-signed me. He was the first person that, you know what I'm saying, and he got, you know, his little status. Yeah. So from there, you know what I'm saying, the homies start falling through. We catching the bus together. Yeah. To my dad's shop.
How many? What would you say was the most went with you? How many deep? Was it 5, 6 deep? How many y'all come with? Like?
Nah, it was the most that it was probably like maybe 5 was like the max. It wasn't nothing like extravagant.
That's cool though, boy. You looking at 5 heads.
But maybe only 3 of them get cut. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
The other 2 just coming to kick.
Yeah, they just coming to kick it. They on for the ride. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. But majority of the time, it was just me and the homie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Majority of the time, it was just me and the client. We on the bus together, going all the way to my dad's shop, talking about my idea. And a lot of times, I was like giving homies ideas for their cuts. I was really visualizing haircuts. 10th grade, you know what I'm saying? Not just like, all right, I'm gonna give you a ball fade. You know what I'm saying? I was on some, this type of cut would be hard on you. And I had a signature part too, that maybe 6 people at the same time at Westchester, Tomo, EJ, River, I forget the other homies, but I'm talking about real people that can co-sign having the Melly part.
And when you see them walking around with that signature part, how good did that make you feel?
It was the reason why I started fucking up in school.
Hey, I mean, the thing is this.
Be honest.
If you ain't gonna do good in school, you gotta know what you're gonna do with your life. If you don't know what you're doing with your life and you're doing bad in school, that's different. But you knew. You understood. I
wasn't shooting dice, not doing good in school. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, outside on some game baiting tips, streets type. Nah, I was actually, you know what I'm saying, involved in, you know what I'm saying, clothing lines, involved in cutting hair, involved in doing outside stuff that was like, you know, generating money. You know what I'm saying? And it was just hard to like do homework and go to school and really understand the balance between, all right, school is the complete congruence to playing sports. Right. You can't get to the next level without it. Right. And that was super conflicting for me. Yeah. And I didn't have a village around me that was on some like, I'm continuously making it make sense. I had a pops that was on some like, we can go over here. Yeah, we're going to show you how to get your money. You can have 10 baskets. Yeah. Instead of having that one basket with 10 eggs, right, you got to have 10 baskets with 1 egg in each. Yeah. And out of these 10, you might hit 3. Right. You might hit 6. Right. You might only hit 2. But at the end of the day, you're going to be secure in something.
Now, throughout that, do you feel like you lost any passion for the game of football once you started getting this money through, you know, cutting hair?
Nah, it was never about the sport. It was more so about the scholastic part of it.
Yeah, you was like, forget this part.
Having to be a student. Right. A student athlete. Athlete, I could do the athlete because, you know, from Westchester, I got the basketball scholarship to go to St. Monica.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that was through playing for ICANN travel basketball. And I just had to take a little test to get into school, pass the test. Right. Now, all right, cool, we rocking.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a whole nother, because that was a all-white private Catholic high school.
Right, yeah. That's a different situation. What was some of the differences you noticed coming from like an inner city school or maybe Westchester isn't considered inner city.
It's still like an inner city.
Okay,
school.
so coming from Westchester, where you had a demographic of black people, you had a whole mixture, right? What was the differences that you noticed immediately going to St. Monica's?
I don't know nobody. That's the difference. Going to Westchester, I'm coming in with my best friend Malik. But as soon as I get there, I know Bruce, my cousin Brandy here, like the homies is here.
Right.
I'm talking about people I didn't play football with.
People you went to elementary school with.
We all here. Like it's cool. This love. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't having to, you know what I'm saying, build myself. I'm already known to these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to figure out nothing. I'm myself. You know what I'm saying? But at St. Monica's, now we talking about like, I don't know nobody.
Right.
I gotta meet everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is a full uniform based. You gotta go to church. You gotta. It's called mass. You gotta wear the tie, the whole night. So we talking about a whole nother level of like school in general.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like that helped you? As far as character goes and into your adult years, knowing that you came from this to completely having to switch it up and do it this way now?
I would say that me going to St. Monica saved me.
Okay.
From being something totally different.
Okay.
You know, I didn't have to deal with a lot of things that my best friend had to deal with, things that my homies had to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had to deal with the everyday streets, the everyday catching the bus to school.
Yes, sir.
The bus back from school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on the blue bus, not the metro.
Yeah, facts. You're on the blue bus. You're in a different world.
You know, I'm on the 3, not the 115.
Yeah, that's a different tax bracket, man.
You know
Be on the blue bus, man.
So
yeah.
Me and then the friends that I end up making. You know what I'm saying? Jack Matsunaga. You know what I'm saying? David, Kevin Halabowski, like we talking about like real white people who like come from like great families, who like have a whole nother world that they come from,
right,
and who see that I'm true to my world, but I'm able to intertwine
and adapt.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still 100% authentically me,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I first got there, I was just there to go to school and play basketball. You know what I'm saying? And just through, you know, my years of playing sports, I was able to become the captain my first year there. Me and Jack Matsunaga, and we became like tight. And we talking, he a white Asian dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like my best friend though. You know what I'm saying? So I was just focused on really just playing basketball and just for the first time just being a student. Without nobody really just, you know what I'm saying, knowing no history of me. It's like a clean slate.
a clean slate,
It's really a clean slate. You know what I'm saying?
And so when you now, Melly Mel go there, right? And they say he was such a good defensive player on the basketball court. They say, man, we got to put you on the football field.
Yeah, no, real talk. After a game, the football coach came up to me and he was like, bro, you're a real defender. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you will be a good, like, DB. And it was just funny to me, like, you know, just them really not knowing me.
And they knowing nothing. And you didn't say nothing on purpose.
And I really played it like that. I really played like I'm a basketball player that's just about to come and play football with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, so in that transition, you know, you in the weight room first. You know what I'm saying? I was 150, you know what I'm saying, going into my senior, because this is now transitioning into my senior year. Right. So I'm in the weight room light. You know, they in the weight room eating weights. White boys eating weights. And I'm low-key on some like, damn, I wonder if they on the field like this. You know what I'm saying? Once we get on the field, it's a whole nother world. But I'm not knowing they pedigree. I'm not knowing really, you know what I'm saying, how they maneuver on the football field. This is my first time really even being on some like, I'm playing football with white people too.
In fact,
So I don't even know how that really, you know what I'm saying, but it's damn for real.
And that was before the private school situation was like it is today, like the St. John Bosco.
This in 2012.
This is people still in the inner city. You know what I'm saying? So
you know, and at that time, I had a couple people who just thought that, you know, I was the black person that's just athletic, but ain't really played football. So you
didn't say nothing to nobody about you?
I really had that real advantage of nobody knowing nothing. Like literally nothing. Don't know I know how to play receiver. Nothing. Nothing.
So somebody asked you, did you play football before? What was you saying? Nah, I mean, you know.
I was like, yeah, I played football before, but
like, you didn't go no deeper than that. Surface level.
Because technicalities, I only played JV at Westchester. Now we talking varsity.
Okay, gotcha.
So you feel me? They on some whatever that was, that's what that was. That was your 10th grade.
Right.
We just know you to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? So once it started happening, and you know what I'm saying, we start getting on the field, and we doing one-on-ones, and we doing drills, and it's just t-shirts and shorts, and we doing, you know, the passing leagues and stuff like that. They're like, okay, he a natural. You know what I'm saying? He do know how to play DB. He do know how to play receiver. He is, you know what I'm saying, stemming in his routes. As a senior, you know what I'm saying? Without us teaching none of it, you know, we ain't teaching. You had it natural, you know what I'm saying? And it was just from my Pop Warner coaches, for real, that, you know, Cartrell and Coach Marcus and all them. So it didn't really register to them that I was really like that until, you know, we get our helmets and shoulder pads. We go through Hell Week, and with St. Monica's, they had us on campus during Hell Week. We spent, I think it was 2 weeks. We spent 2 weeks on campus.
Oh wow, that's real college,
Getting bused to some other park in Santa Monica or whatever, and that's when they was like, okay, like, nah,
D-ball.
We came up on it like a gold mine type.
Like, facts. And then you gotta understand, my boy, he got the plaque right there that you can see. That boy was the Santa Fe League varsity most valuable player, defensive most valuable player. He was the league, though. We're not talking about just the team, the entire league. And you talking about somebody who played 2 years of varsity football, or a year of varsity, 1 year of varsity football, 1 year of varsity football, cold cat. You know what I'm saying? So when you was going out there playing, did you notice a difference in the skill level as far as playing, you know what I'm saying, in the inner city compared to going to the private school?
Definitely. It was a total, like, my Pop Warner years was harder. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. My Pop Warner years was harder. You know what I'm saying? More physical. More, it was some games where it was like, all right, like, we gonna have to really bang with these people. When I was playing in high school, my team might have felt that, but I never felt that. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like, all right, this, until we play Salesian.
Salesian dope. Salesian,
You know what I'm saying? That was just watching film. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for, you know what I'm saying, sitting with my coach, and I'm like, yeah, nah, these them boys right here.
That's what I'm used to.
But I didn't know that Fat Cat and it was Fat Cat and
I think Fat Cat played for the demos.
He played for the demos, and Cobb. And Cobb played for the demos. I'm not knowing the 2 hardest hitters on Salesian is these boys that I didn't play in
Pop Warner.
You feel me? Them playing for the demos and me playing for the Falcons. So when I'm on the field,
makes sense.
I'm on the field, you know what I'm saying, I get a first down or something, like I get tackled. We lock eyes, helmet to helmet. I'm like, man, shake it up on the field and all that. Like, okay, now it's making sense. Now I'm seeing who I'm playing for real, You know what I'm saying? So, and that was the only team that, like, I'm like, okay, cool.
You something.
You know what I'm saying? These some boys right here. You feel me? These not just the private school players and all that type. But I was definitely playing with the mentality that I'm the guy, but I really feel like I didn't embrace it to the level that I should have.
That's one of my, you know, I don't regret it, but that was one of the things that ate me up.
I regret it.
Yeah, but I can't say I regret it now because I found what I want to do in my life. Now, if I didn't find what I was going to do in my life, I probably could regret that all day. But it's just one of those things that ate me up. I'm gonna say that for many years, one of those things that ate me up. But okay, what do you think you could have did differently to really hone in on it and not regret that today?
I could have just been more ball hungry.
Okay.
I could have just been on some, like, bro, I want the ball too, because I was really just on some, like, you know, I'm gonna just be the defensive star. I wasn't like, I'm gonna be the all-around star. You know what I'm saying? I had 10 touchdowns that year too, but a lot of them
111 tackles, 112 tackles,
112 tackles, 10 interceptions, 10 touchdowns.
10 interceptions, 10 touchdowns. That boy went stupid.
And a lot of my touchdowns came from the interceptions and came from punt returns and kickoff returns.
Oh, so you was out there Reggie Bushing them, huh?
Yeah, and it wasn't on the offensive side. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm playing quarterback, even though I'm playing receiver, but I'm playing situational though. I'm not playing like, nah, he really got talent. We're going to give him the ball for real. So we're going to have him at quarterback to give him the ball. You know what I'm saying? It was more so, we need a first down. So go get the first down. All right, now put our original offense back in. Take the Wildcat out.
I feel that.
You know I feel that. When I should have been on some, we Wildcat. We running this Wildcat. I'm on some, I'm doing the same thing on offense. So possibly, you're not just seeing a defensive player, you're also seeing an offensive player. And I could have took it there, potentially. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish that you know, I did. But I wasn't mentally. Yeah. And even like, you know, with school, I wasn't by myself. I wasn't mentally tough enough to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like how I am today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, it ain't like I regret it to where, you know what I'm saying, it's keeping me up at night. But you know, it's just seeing where you could have took it to the highest levels in your life. You know what I'm saying? Even as a kid. Yeah. Where you had opportunities to do it to the highest level that you could have did it, but you personally didn't because of how you felt about yourself. Right. Like, you didn't want to be the biggest. You didn't want to buy into that. But now as you become an adult, you see that you should have really bought into that. Because imagine what type of person you'd be today if you really got comfortable and used to buying into trying to make yourself the highest that you could be. And not on some like, you know, I'm shitting on y'all, I'm stunting, but just personally and what I'm doing, I'm trying to do it.
Bringing the best out of me,
with myself.
Bringing the best out of me, And I can say that I had lived to regret that, you know, up until a certain amount of time. And that's the thing about life. You only get one shot. You feel me? You only get one shot at middle school, one shot at high school. You get one shot at college. You know what you gonna do with that is what matters the most. Now, while at St. Monica, you drop out, you feel me? Grades and things like that. And at the age of 17 years old, it's like, what am I gonna do with my life? You know?
Yeah, because I had that crazy year. So I started getting all type of interest. And my principal sat me and my mom down like, you know, this is a situation. Actually, your classes from Westchester wasn't transferable into this private school curriculum or however that. But
I wonder why they wait so long to tell you that.
Me too, you know. But I don't fault them for that because my grades wasn't up to par anyway. So it was like, on top of that, he's not going to walk the stage. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, he's not a qualifier. So he's going to have to go to JUCO. Right. And in 2013, boy's not going to JUCO. Right. Because if you go to JUCO, either you dumb or you weak.
Facts. And it's crazy. Why were we thinking like that? Because now it seems like it's a little bit better.
No,
now,
it's way better. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we talking about people who's from the inner city. Who think that in the inner city, you're not supposed to get credit cards. In the inner city, it's a lot of things that is taboo that you grow up and you're like, hold on. That was wrong.
Facts on me. And we think about it like totally different now.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the correct information, the correct guidance. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's a lot of information that will propel us as a whole that, you know, isn't given to us. We don't have access to certain information to make our journeys a lot smoother and easier. And I was just, you know, in that area, I was a victim of that when it came down to my perspective on JUCO. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the understanding that we have now. And, you know, as a whole, we blessed to have a better understanding because once you know better, you do better. Now we got boys going to JUCO. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Even for myself, I went back to JUCO. But like you said, once I understood my real scenario, I wasn't a qualifier, I wasn't going to graduate, and I had classes that wasn't even transferable, so I'm really stupid bad in my credits right now. I wanted to drop out, but my mom wasn't a fan of that at all. Because now we're talking about a balance that's due to the school because I'm on scholarship. You know what I'm saying? So she like, bro, all that I invested into your whole football career, you can't do this. And at the time, I genuinely didn't see that whole scenario for that. From her perspective, I'm only looking at it from the perspective of I'm not dumb and I'm not weak, so I'm not going JUCO, and that's the only thing that was in my mind.
Man, us kids, boy, us kids.
And my dad wasn't a supporter of that philosophy, but my dad was a supporter of if it's bad, it's bad. But there's better options, and you know, his whole thing was just, I'm not going to take on the financial responsibility of what your mom put you in, but I can take you from here. I can take you from here. And for me, that just means, you know what I'm saying, I get to do, you know, what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to drop out. I didn't want to, but I don't want to go to JUCO. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to deal with that whole scenario with the homies and all that. You know what I'm saying? Worried about what other people think. You know what I'm saying? So what I wanted to do was figure it out. and be able to get away from this school system, because I've been battling that since 10th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because elementary, middle school, even my 9th grade, I'm a 3.0 student.
Right. Yeah.
You know
now
what I'm
you just
saying?
like it's a different thing.
It's a total different, you know, understanding when I'm looking at school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my dad like, all right, well, if you're going to, you know, do that dropout thing, you're going to have to get your diploma, though. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to do that. So I took the California High School Proficiency Exam. So I had to study for that or whatever.
Yeah.
And simultaneously, I was under him at Big J's Barbershop on 92nd and Western.
Yeah. Shout out Big J Law.
And that's when I had to make my conscious decision of, all right, now what am I about to do in life? Because at this time, I already didn't have clothing lines. I already did a little photography.
Yeah, DJing,
you know what I'm saying? I didn't already dabbled in, because like I said, he wanted me to have 10 baskets instead of one. But now I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in on, you know what I'm saying, every day I'm going to be on some cutting stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to really be up under him. And that's how I, you know what I'm saying, came to my decision making. You feel me? It was just weighing out the options, and it's just like, I'm definitely worried about what everybody else thinks.
Right. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
And again, I didn't have that village around me that was like, bro, this is the proper understanding. This is the way to look at it. This is the way to approach, you know what I'm saying, this football world, along with the school world. So it makes sense 3-4 years from now. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt, you know, but again, it was a great decision, and being under Big J and my dad and Lil D and Cooley, which is a demo legend.
Yeah, shout out Cooley, man.
We talking demo legends.
Yeah, shout out Cooley.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think this shop was, you know, when you think of barbershop like the movie, this is the real place that you will want to see in real life. You know what I'm saying? That whole movie stuff. This is the real life shop that, you know what I'm saying, resonate with me when I think of barbershop. Or when I think of, you know what I'm saying, the mecca of barbershops. You feel me? It was Big J's shop. Just seeing, you know what I'm saying, the lingo between the barbers, the camaraderie between the barbers. It wasn't no hate, it wasn't no politics, it wasn't no competition, you know what I'm saying? They was sharing each other's cheat codes with each other. You know what I'm saying? Some came in as new barbers, and you had other barbers that was really giving them the whole philosophy behind cutting. And, you know what I'm saying? They was gravitating off of each. That was a real team.
Right. Yeah. So you grew up amongst that camaraderie.
Yeah.
And it just that's real good energy to grow up, you know, around. Being able to see how the game should be given and the way business should be worked out. Now at Pops push you. At this point, Pops is pushing you to basically get out on your own and start to cut these heads. You know what I'm saying? And because of a series of unfortunate events, you were sent out to Atlanta with Grandpops, where you had the opportunity to even go D1 out there. But before that, you had to go back to school in order to qualify and go ahead and get that. So that's when you end up at SMC and you play amongst some goats up there. Norbon, my boy Max. Y'all actually went undefeated and won a championship or something like that, right?
Yeah, we did it all.
Ball.
On the record, we the best SMC football team that came out of SMC.
I ain't gonna argue with him. I mean,
on the record.
I can't say. I don't know.
Record.
You know what I'm saying? But you went up there and did your thing. And you said at that point in time you focused on football. People hitting you like, bro, I need you to cut my hair, and you kind of like, nah, I'm straight. You feel me? So what was that like? You know what I'm saying? Focusing on football. How much of an advantage did you feel like, you know, you had when it was kind of like, I'm putting the Clippers away? At that point in time, you pretty much put the Clippers up. It's all football. So what was it like for you to make that decision?
It was hard because, again, transitioning from Big J's to 65 West, mind you, all the shops that I worked in with my pops and was with my pops was all on Western. You know what I'm saying? I really grew up off of Western. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to, you know, change the way people see people who grew up off of Western. You know what I'm saying? We want to change that narrative. You know what I'm saying? We look different now. You know what I mean? But I went from 92nd in Western to 65th in Western at my dad's wife shop, who had Woody in there and who had Q-Bone in there. So when you speak on my dad was pushing me to cut by myself, I was in that shop called 65 West. Okay, gotcha. So long story short, I had one particular person who I say was my big brother in barbering, which was Q-Bone. Q-Bone actually got murdered in that shop. Which was horrific, tragic, you know, one of those things that, you know, I'll never forget. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I hold near and dear to myself. And, you know, that I took a lot of stuff from. You feel me? So when you speak on like how that transition was to put the Clippers down, it was a big transition.
Yeah, it had to be painful.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a painful reason why I was putting the Clippers down. Because you know, at the time I was living with my dad, and when my mom got the news, you know, I don't know how she got the news, so she might have thought it had something to do with me. So she put the information out to her side of the family that, you know, I'm in this horrific scenario, and my grandfather made the call to send me to Atlanta. So I agreed because there was a lot of politics that went on with his death. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to get away from that because I genuinely had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So when I was in Atlanta, my uncle Mike, he's a legend at Albany State. And so I was fortunate to have that resource to where I was plugged in, but I had the tape from high school, but I didn't have the grades, nor was I qualified. So, you know, that was when I adopted the village to get behind me, to really make me understand, not even make me, but just give me the proper understanding of why going to JUCO was necessary and beneficial. And the resources that, because when I was at St. Monica's, our home games was at SMC. Okay. So SMC been seeing what I was doing, these 112 tackles on, they watched that. So they already knew who I was. I just never indulged in that relationship because I was anti-JUCO. So when I came back to SMC, mind you, I'm a year off. So they already understanding my pedigree. I'm talking about even down to me playing Pop Warner and the certain people that I played Pop Warner with, and knowing who was coming into the class, and even getting me not even accommodated, but getting me acclimated to those people. You know what I'm saying? So when I was transitioning and when I was having to tell, you know, real friends and real clients that, you know, I was no longer cutting, there was some people that accepted it and understood because they knew the scenario and what was going on in the city. And then I had people that was from out of state that, you know, I just met through, you know, my barber journey. And I had a particular person, my boy Wink, he's from Tennessee. He's like, bro, I don't care what you do, you're not gonna stop cutting my hair. You know what I'm saying? And like, while I was at SMC, I really made it in my mind that at SMC nobody's gonna know about my barber history. You feel me? So although I'm fully tapped in as a student athlete, I still had particular people that, you know,
knew what's up.
Yeah, and not even knew what's up, but that I was just connected to. That, you know, I'm gonna continue to cut your hair through my journey. You know what I'm saying? And that way I was able to build, you know, a different, you know, a village of supporters with my football stuff that was now coming to my games, who was now supporting me at SMC, and who was giving me that encouragement to really do my thing at SMC, and which you know I ended up doing. My freshman year at SMC, I played receiver. My sophomore year at SMC, I played DB, and I did the offense my freshman year because, like I said, coming off high school, I really just did the
defensive thing.
Thing.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm like, man, I'm really a receiver though. You know what I'm saying? So I went and played slot, and it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was just, we talking about Norbon's offensive playbook. You know what I'm saying? And having to come from really learning formulas and cutting hair to now I'm back to learning the playbook. Right. And so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I had success at, you know, playing receiver, but I'm like, you know, I think my sophomore year I'll have more success moving to where I was already successful, and that proved to be, and that proved to be, you know, true. You know what I'm saying?
So at SMC, when was that point where you decided to jump back into really cutting hair?
At SMC, after my sophomore year, after we go undefeated, we win. We back with the attention. We back with the phone calls. We back with the visits. But we also back with the insufficient grades. Okay. You know, I'm definitely one of them examples of having a talent and not being able to mentally be strong enough to be the student athlete. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing that you really have to understand and really buy into. And I wasn't able to buy into it. So my mom, you know, during this time, my mom had a living situation that unfolded on her with her landlord. And she had to relocate to just, you know, for a slight moment, had to go live with her auntie.
Right, yeah.
And I was all for it until I understood, you know, the rules and regulations of my auntie house.
Yes, yeah, okay.
And at the time, you know, I got my own car, you know what I'm saying? I done bought my own car, you know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, slightly cutting on the side because, you know, I'm seeing that my grades is, you know, not what it's supposed to. So now I'm telling my teammates and all that I cut hair. And now they on some like, do you really cut hair?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like, and I had to deal with that. You feel me?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I kept it so low key that they like, bro, do you really cut?
They
though?
like, yeah, is
You know
he
what I'm
joking?
saying?
Yeah.
So, and you know, Corbin, you know what I'm saying, he was one of the people that was on the team that was first to, like, you know what I'm saying, faithfully come to me and get their hair cut. But at that time, I had to, you know, I decided to move in with my sister Diamond, and we was living in Ladera. And so now I'm in a position to where I'm living on my own with my sister. I have no income for real, but I am a student that has to get up on his grades. So now I have to make the decision, am I going to be the starving student that sacrifice now and, you know what I'm saying, try to do for tomorrow, or am I going to get out here and I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, get to it? And, you know, I'm not one of these like 2019 fly dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've been fly since in second grade.
Yeah, so you got standards to live up
here.
here.
So like, I could, it was no way that I could be a starving student. You know what I'm saying? Which is not something to be proud of, but it's the truth. I couldn't digest that. I couldn't digest being a bummy student, which is all praises to the people who do.
Right.
Who do take that journey and really tough it out and trust in the process. I can trust in that process. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, I at least got to be up on my clothes, you know. Yeah.
So that's when I started, you feel me, you know, really taking it serious with my mobile cuts. And that's when I really seriously start cutting from Long Beach to Santa Monica and everything in between.
So you was driving everybody at that point?
I was driving to everybody at that point. Making, you know, cutting, pulling up for $15, $20. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got the dub, I'll take the 15, nothing under that. But I'm not going to press you for nothing over that. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the first time I made $100 in one day. You know what I'm saying? On my own, doing mobile cuts. You know
I know that felt good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was because it was at a time where I barely had my nose above water. You know, I'm living with my sister. I have no income. I have no job, no 9 to 5, none of that. I just got my clippers. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to go buy a new shirt, feed myself, put gas in the car, man, that was great.
So at what point did you decide that I'm gonna go ahead and drive to y'all instead of being like, well, I ain't got a location, so I'm not gonna start yet? Because you could have did that too.
Yeah, this in 2016.
Yeah. So when did you? So what was the thought process and the idea come from that? I'm just gonna pull up on everybody for right now.
I mean, cause I was doing that during the time of me at SMC.
Okay.
Remember, I had my particular people that I was still cutting.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was still pulling up to their house and getting busy. You know what I'm saying? And once I finally put it out that I'm doing these mobile cuts and all that, you know, a lot of people start, you know what I'm saying, messing with me off the dribble. And a lot of people who remember me cutting at 65 West, who remember me cutting at Big J's, we're like, okay, for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying, pull up. And you only charging 15, pull up.
You know that's all easy money.
I ain't got to go to no shop. I ain't got to go wait in no shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We at the crib. We in the backyard. We in the bathroom. We in the living room. It's whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at that time, you know, that's when I started hearing, you know, cutting hair was like, you know, this is a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, you doing your thing, but like it's a hobby, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta get a job at some point.
Right.
Cause now you 19.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you 20, 19 for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I got my first job, I was like 20.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when Universal Soul Circus was coming out here. And one of my partners that I was cutting, his mom's like has something to do with the hiring process and whoop whoop. So he like, bro, you know, you could do both. On some, you know what I mean?
Right. Hell yeah. Cut here and work here.
You feel me? So I'm, you know, it was a humbling experience because it wasn't somewhere that I would ideally see myself at, but I was a fan of the Universal Soul Circus growing up.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna just see what it's talking about.
Yeah.
And when I got there, it was smooth. You know, I played a lot of roles. I was an usher. I was helping out backstage. I got to meet all the acts. I get to really like become cool with them. You know what I'm saying? We actually hung out a couple of times outside of the circus, so it was cool. And we talking about people from Trinidad, people from all type of places, the Caribbeans. You know what
so
I'm
you
saying?
built some major relationships throughout that time.
But go ahead.
Now, I was going to ask now, when you, because you got to understand, at the same time him working these jobs, he's still cutting hair. And a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand, like, this is the type of grind you got to have. You feel me? Melly Mel, if you go on the website, you see how much Melly Mel charged today. He had to start by charging, we came from $2 to $3, $5. He charging $15, $20 on a pull-up. Now look at where he at today. It's a process and y'all gotta trust that. Now when you working at Universal Soul Circus, cutting hair at the same time, you know, making these relationships, when did the plan start to come together into your mind that at some point I want to have my own spot where people can pull up on me?
Well, it was happening when I was going to the homies, you know, cribs and stuff, and the homie would be like, you know, when you can't get to me, man, I'll go to this shop. And I told this shop about you. Like, they want to meet you, bro. Like they want somebody you could work in their shop. I'm like, bro, that's not my thing. Like, I'm not about to.
Not about to work for nobody and follow their rules.
You feel me? I'm like, if I'm gonna really do this, like I'm only doing it right now to survive. But if I'm gonna really do this, I'm gonna come my own shop. You know, I'm gonna figure that out, and I'm not gonna do it until I figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And that Universal Soul Circus situation was a seasonal thing. It was only like 2 months or something like that. So as soon as I was done with that, I had to figure it out right after that. But in the mix of me working at the circus, I was seeing a lot of people too. A lot of the homies that's like, you solid? Like, everything smooth? Like you at the circus? Like, and that was a big humbling experience too. You know what I'm saying? I even seen Big J come in there like,
now what you did?
Like, you sound like, no, I'm still cutting. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hustling. You feel me? I'm really hustling. And after this Soul Circus, that's when I got plugged in with the American Express job. You know, printing out credit cards in San Fernando Valley at the Universal City Walk. And I gotta be there at 7:45 in the morning. We talking San Fernando Valley. And you gotta get up and go get there. You know what I'm saying? And it was really just understanding that, bro. If I don't do it, it's not gonna happen. And really buying into that. You know what I'm saying? But in the mix of buying into that, really understanding, I'm not about to get in nobody's barbershop. I'm not about to do none of that.
That ain't what you want.
That's definitely off the board. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to take it just like how Nip took it, and I'm going to take the stairs. And however long it take me to get my own stuff is how long it's going to take me, unless something else happens. But as of right now, I can see myself getting my own shop. How I'm going to do it, when I'm going to do it,
I don't know,
I have no idea.
Man, that's the coolest thing about what you want in your life. It's called manifestation, though. Even though you don't know, you gotta claim it. Like they say, you gotta have faith for whatever you want. If you ain't got faith, you ain't gonna get there. If all you got is your word, act on your word. I promise you, if that's all you got, you take all the action and get to where you want to get to. Now, as time goes on, you and Pops partner up on what we know as Black Hollywood. Now, you remember the process of how Pops introduced you to it and the things that you felt at that point in time?
Yeah, so at that time I was working at American Express. He was cutting in Gardena at this dude named J.Brock shop. I forget the name of the barbershop, but he was cutting in Gardena. And I'd come every blue moon to get my hair cut by my dad at the time. And he just tapped in with me and was like, you know, like let's go get some food real quick. So we went to Mr. Fry's, I'll never forget it. And he like, I got this situation, it's called Black Hollywood. It's a dope space. He kind of broke it down to me, but I couldn't really visualize it. And he just like, you know, I need you. You feel me? I need us to do this together on some father-son tip. And, you know, I want to take you by it. You know, I want to get your opinion on it. And, you know, instantly what I thought to myself was, what I told myself, how I would get into, you know, the barbershop again, with it being by myself. But, you know, if I was going to do it with anybody else, partner up, work for, hustle for, whatever,
it's going to be Pops.
It would be my dad. You know what I'm saying? And when I went to it, I was, bro, blown away, genuinely. When I seen the shop and the concept and how he had it set up, and you walk through another door at the back of the shop and leads you into the club.
Yeah.
Bar, pool table, couches. Full 70-inch TVs, projector, stage, back patio. Like, this is a real gold mine on 89th and Western.
Right. Yeah.
That he calls Black Hollywood. Yeah. Because he want to give, you know, want to big up the culture. Yeah. You know, south of Wilshire. Everybody go north of Wilshire to go get into some, you know, classy, upper echelon type, you know what I'm saying? But we want to bring that south of Wilshire, you know what I'm saying? So that's why he named it Black Hollywood. And, you know, that was a place that, I think of Black Hollywood like a grenade. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As soon as it touched the floor, it blew up. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we got in there, it got to running. It got to running so fast that I was still simultaneously at American Express. But now I'm at American Express really falling asleep. Now I'm really here sleeping. Because I'm really at the shop because it's just me and my dad. It's 5 chairs, but it's just me and my dad. And when everybody start getting, you know what I'm saying, word that, one, that I stopped doing the mumble cussing, I'm really locked into a shop, and 2, that my dad, who was training his son at Big J's, they teamed up down the street. Now it's real talk going on, and people wanted to come see the father-son barber duo, what they was hearing about. Right. And me and him for 8 months. It was just me and him, and we got 15, 20 people waiting in front of us. Jeez. And I remember having real drives with him, and he really sitting there telling me, like, bro, tomorrow while you cutting hair, count your money. The first time I ever was cutting hair and I'm looking at everybody waiting and counting my money. 20, 40, 60, 80. There's $100 right here waiting for me. And, you know, it was moments like that that I had my first real, like, because now at this point I'm 21. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm thinking differently than when I was 17 at Big J's. Right, yeah. Now I'm starting to see it from a total different standpoint. Now I'm starting to learn things about how to conduct a barbershop in real specific ways. Just for an example, how important music is. Right, yeah. And if you playing, you know what I'm saying, YG, Joe Moses, and we on Western, it's type of vibe it's a certain type of energy we're gonna have in here as masculine men. Right. But if you playing Frankie Beverly and May, if you playing Mary J. Blige, if you playing the OJs, if you playing Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker, you can't bang on me listening to facts. You ain't finna come up here tripping like that. You can't bang on the homie listening to Erykah Badu, bro. Like, you just look weird now. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Where's this coming from? Bro, the energy in here is totally different, bro. And you gotta go outside with that, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was real key factors that, like, I was able to learn at Black Hollywood with him, because it was a total different dynamic. And this is before we had a 5-man shop. This is when it was just me and him. For 8 months. You know what I'm saying? And see, that if you come to Melly Mel shop now, that's really what Melly Mel listening to. Some real smooth player 1950s, 1960s stuff. That makes sense now that you're saying it. I'm like, this nigga Melly Mel different, but that's why. You control the vibe of the barbershop. So, you know, throughout that situation, you and Pop's situation, y'all run your course, and then boom, you start the 2 Uncut Studios with another partner, right? And you experienced that. How long was that able to go, and what were some of the lessons that you learned, you know what I'm saying, from Pops and with that you apply today? So I was at Black Hollywood from 2017 to 2019. 2018 was really my biggest run. Okay. 2018 is when I came up with my barber college tour. Okay. So all my partners that played at SMC that went Division 1, I went to their schools for a week, and I cut all the football players that was on that campus. Word? Yeah. Okay. How was that experience? Bro, it was... I think it was busy as hell. Man, I had all type of experiences, bro. Okay, I see what he talking about, you know what I mean? Yeah. From real lessons learned to real, like, you know, this was an experience that, like, I'd have never got nowhere else doing nothing else, that I put together by myself, that I funded by myself, that I really directed by myself, edit videos myself, the whole nine. Like, really put, you know, put a team together myself and made sure that these people was accommodated by me, strictly by me. So it was a very, very, very proud situation for me. You know
so where did you come up with that idea though? What made you come up with that?
Honestly, bro, I think one of my homies was leaving to go back to school, and he was just like, it'd be dope if you could have came like with me type stuff. And from there it was just like, you feel me, what if I could go? You know what I'm saying? What if I could, like, hold on, I got homies that's really in school, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got Khalil Tate that's really at Arizona, you know what I'm saying? That's,
shout out Khalil Tate.
You feel me? I could really go to NAU, I could really go to Tarleton in Texas, I could really go to, you feel me? So I'm like, damn, I could put a tour together. And I just started like playing with that concept, and people just start gravitating to it. Like, bro, do that. And I had that concept probably for like 6 months. Until one of the homies like, bro, I'm gonna be the first place you go to. My boy Keith go to Sac State. He like, I'm gonna be the first place you come to.
And that's when it went to action.
And that's when it went to action. It wasn't me putting it into action. It was actually some of the homies that I explained my idea to that was like, bro, I'm at NAU. You coming to NAU, bro. I'm gonna stamp the date. I'm gonna put the, what is that? The BCS? Is that the little black, I don't want to get it wrong. I didn't go to, you feel me?
Well, I don't know if maybe it's a student board or something like that.
Shit,
an announcement type of thing.
But it was like the black student board or whatever. He's like, bro, I'm gonna have you locked into all that. So it was really the homies that really like inspired me to really turn it into a manifestation and a reality form. You know what I'm saying? So 2018 is when I had my real run at Black Hollywood, and really my biggest clout at Black Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? When I was, you know, that was just a moment in time.
That had to be the time I started seeing him a lot, and that's why I feel like he's a celebrity barber, because it was like it was celebrity status. You know what I'm saying? If somebody went to you, I made it to Melly Mel. You feel what I'm saying? So during that college tour, give us one experience that you'll never forget. You feel me? That you think to yourself, I would have never been able to experience this had I not acted on this idea.
Honestly, bro, to be honest with you, bro, it was really the relationships, bro. The conversations that I had with these Division I football players, that was some who was fully bought in, some who wasn't fully bought in, just their thought process, you know what I'm saying? Just them coming to terms with reality, dealing with football. And really,
that's crazy.
I'm talking about, I'm having real conversations with them.
He said coming to reality in college.
Because, you know, you come out of high school and you're a certain level of a player, and then you go to that next level, and you might have realized that I had my ceiling in high school. And you have to realize
tough to come. That's tough.
You also have to realize I'm not gonna make it to the next level. So I'm used to playing under a lot of big lights and with a lot of fans. I'm used to being on campus, being in the surrounding cities, being treated a certain type of way, but I gotta go home after this, and I'm not gonna be on that same platform, that same pedestal. That's another realization that these dudes gotta go through, even during the season, knowing that after the season, there's life after this. You know what I'm saying? And when I go to sleep, you know what I'm saying, I gotta think about that too. Even though I stay locked into the season as much as possible, you know, I think for me, it was the conversations that I was having. You know what I'm saying? Being able to just tap into their journey. You know what I'm saying? What's going on through their mind. You feel me? If I wasn't in that state at that time with these particular people, I'd have never got that information. I'd have never got that understanding of what it's like to, because I didn't go and experience that. You know what I'm saying? And just to get a glimpse of, you know, because when you think of going Division I, you think of a certain reality.
It seemed like it.
You're not thinking of all of realities, all
of
the
life
possibilities.
Still.
You know what I'm saying? And really being able to see that. You know what I'm saying? That was something that, like, you know, I'll never forget for sure. And so transitioning from 2018 to 2019, when I had that realization that, you know, I'm gonna have to embark on this journey alone. I genuinely embarked on that journey alone. I didn't tell nobody I was leaving. Me and my dad had a certain type of falling out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the person to go public. I'm not the person to expose whatever I feel like needs to be exposed. I'm not the type of person to even get on the internet and talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? So I really left the shop and didn't say nothing to nobody. And nobody understood what was going on, what the scenario was. They just knew all my stuff was gone. So during my time at Black Hollywood, my boy Mike Jordan brought Two. Two is another barber who got introduced to Black Hollywood while I was gone, but who had to get confirmed by me because he got brought in on behalf of one of my partners.
Right.
So when I got introduced to Two and all that, you know what I'm saying, solid, you feel me? And we, you know, we clicked for, you know, the most part outside of barbering, because, you know, in the barber world, I kind of, you know, let people do their thing until I see where I can, you know, try to add my, you know, my help, or if maybe they can help me.
Right.
But on just the surface levels, we click. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely co-signed for Two to be in Black Hollywood. But when I left Black Hollywood, I didn't tell Two. So Two just see me not there 2 days. That's enough, bro. Where is you at? What's up with you?
Right, right.
And it's over.
Yeah.
What you mean it's over? I'm not staying here with these old niggas. You feel me?
Yeah,
like, I'm here, nigga, fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, what's the deal? And again, you know, I'm not big into, you know, going into details on what the scenario was, but he understood, you know, the situation.
Right.
And he actually brought to the table, because I was really confused, and, you know, I was battle tested at that point, because I never had to go and find my own shop before.
And you came out on top. You gotta go through that though.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It was valuable for you. It was real valuable.
It was a situation to where Two was put in place to, you know, help, you know, get me to that next level. And he knew about another avenue of running businesses. His girlfriend's auntie had her own dentistry in a building called The Reef, close to downtown on Broadway and Washington. And which right across the street from the Metropolitan Courthouse. Yeah. A beautiful building, right? On the outside it looked regular or whatever, but when you walk in, a beautiful building. So we went up there. When we went up there, it's a crazy story that I'm forgetting, but it was something that happened basically the day that I got there was the day that the original tenants gave back the key. Oh wow. But they wasn't planned to do that. Yeah. They was, I forget the story. God. So long story short,
it was God.
Long
That's
story
it.
short, the day that I got there, only one spot was available, and it wasn't put on the waiting list because they wasn't originally supposed to give it away. So now you have a spot that's free, that's not on the waiting list. It's a dumb waiting list to get in this building that is available. But because his girlfriend auntie worked there, we also technically got a co-signer for this space. So now that they see the, you know, the dots being connected, they're like, well, if you like this space, which is 100 square feet, I don't know if y'all can visualize.
Yeah, 100 square feet. That's not the biggest thing in the world.
It's very small, bro.
Yeah, facts.
And we're talking about two people. And if y'all know Two, he's two people. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? No cap. So this is a place that, like, you gotta have real vision for it. You gotta have real foresight for it, because this is definitely not where you're gonna start and finish. This is just the starting point. So with the grace of God, bro, I want to say, like, it was maybe a 2-week situation to where, like, I got the shop open. Like, I left Black Hollywood 2019 in February.
Beautiful.
March we opened up. You know what I'm saying? And again, like my situation at St. Monica's, when they said you could be a great DB, they didn't know what type of pedigree I got leaving Black Hollywood coming downtown. I just told them this is a situation I got going, and I'm trying to innovate the barber world. I don't want to be in the traditional barbershop. I want to do it this way. Oh, we're a fan of that. You know, you're trying to innovate it, you're trying to do it your own way, and it was really big on the entrepreneurial spirit in that building. So they supported it, but my first 3 months there, they're like, bro, you have too much traffic. You have too much traffic. You have, because they put us in 100 square foot in a fashion district, or the fashion little, like, part of the actual floor. So in order to get to me, you gotta walk through these 8-leers. These are people that's actually sewing real dresses, like wedding dresses, gowns. Like they doing real, you know what I'm saying? The little fashion school downtown, Fit 'em is down the street. excuse me. So you got them students coming up doing their little dribble, but all my clients
are coming up too.
It's walking through them.
Yeah.
So you got people smelling like weed. You got people, you know, all type of scenarios where it's like, bro, you got a lot of traffic.
Yeah, facts on me. I could imagine that too. You pushing them in,
you
huh?
Feel me? So and I'm pushing to get a bigger space. So I was really under the understanding that I was probably gonna be in that 100 square feet for 6 months. We did it in 3. We got the elevation into the bigger room on the actual hallway in 3 months, which was supposed to be in 6.
Jeez.
So and it was just strictly off the hustle.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm living in Long Beach, driving downtown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with that morning traffic and all that on the 110.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
so
a grind,
it's straight off the grind.
Right.
And at Black Hollywood from 2017 to 2019, I'm charging 25. Now I got my own space. I'm in the 100 square feet. Now I'm charging 35.
Yeah.
Now I'm moving to the 260 square feet. So my first office space, I'm paying $600 a month.
Yeah.
My second office space, I'm paying $1,000 a month. So y'all got to keep that in mind too.
Right. That's
we doing
charge
real business.
prices.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We signing leases. You know what I'm saying? We getting into that world with no real introduction into it. When I was at Black Hollywood, I was paying $500 a month in booth rent, but I wasn't take care of the lease and all that type of stuff. My dad was handling that with my uncle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now for the first time, I'm actually reading contracts. I'm actually in the documentation aspect phase in running businesses now.
Right.
So now I got a $1,000 overhead that I got to be accountable for, alongside the crib and all that, alongside the car note and all that. So this is all in the mix of my transitions. My downtown spot was called Uncut Studios, and so I was there from 2019 to 2020, and I had the history there of, you know what I'm saying, having one of the most populated businesses within that building as well. I was on that 11th floor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of stuff going on in there. And when you come down and you look at the security sheet, it say Uncut Studios, Uncut Studios, all down the sheet. You know what I'm saying? So being there was, you know, an extreme blessing, bro. It was ideal. You know what I'm saying? I was getting a lot of the downtown traffic, clientele, customers. You know what I'm saying? It was just really, when you're in a partnership, y'all, it's imperative that y'all equally yoked. Yeah. That y'all on the same time. Me and my partner wasn't on the same time. This is my partner though. You know what I'm saying? This is my boy to this day. You feel me? This is my guy. But business wise, we wasn't on the same time. And it ain't no hiding that. It was evident as well. So it was a situation that happened, that unfolded on behalf of my partner that I didn't know about. We actually got kicked out of that space on behalf of that whole scenario, which was super devastating to me because I had nothing to do with it. And the email that they sent me to notify me about the situation got lost in my email for whatever reason, or however it happened, or whatever. But they did send me the email, so it wasn't nothing fugazi that they did on their part. It was a real, just a misstep on my end within my email. But once I came to the understanding of what was going on, I was beyond baffled, so baffled that she seen it in my face, like, you know, we want you to know that we love you, Melvin. You know what I'm saying? You here every day. We see what you do, what you bring to the table. It's just that, y'all, your business might not be conducive to this environment. But she seen that I was so in distraught and so, you know what I'm saying, taken off guard. You feel me? That she gave me the opportunity to write a letter to the person who owned the building. And this was right before I took a trip to Haiti, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and St. Thomas. And when I came back, this is after I wrote the letter, the whole 9. I came back, and you know when somebody got bad news, but they trying to smile? And you could see, like,
it's hurt.
You can see, like, you hurting to smile. Like, we don't even got to do that. Like, you hurting to smile. I already see what time it is. You know what I'm saying? All I could do was really just be humble and grateful to the opportunity that I had to, you know, build and to, you know, just get my feet wet and understand that there is a way to innovate, to actually innovate, you know, the barber world. Through my perspective, I'm pretty sure people has been cutting in office spaces for a long time. I just wasn't introduced to that. I'm pretty sure on the East Coast they doing that. I'm pretty sure in the South they doing that. Midwest, in Kansas City that's probably doing it as well. But I wasn't introduced to it. So for me, I know it's a lot of other people who want to be inspiring barbers that's not introduced to this blueprint of running a barbershop. So when I end up getting kicked out of that space, I think that was harder than leaving my dad's shop, because with my dad's situation, you know, there were things that I could have done better. You know, I could have been better at certain areas. There were a lot of things that, you know, I used to think about where it was like, damn, did I make the right decision? In this scenario, I aligned my ducks. And this was my first time really seeing that life could have its own agenda.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's a whole nother, like, pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Really having to, like, now become literally your own coach. Right. And coach yourself out of, like, being back against the wall. You know, having something really taken from you that is really supporting your whole lifestyle. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about hobbies. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, I want to, you know, play basketball, but I got injured, but I still got the financial benefits of basketball. You know, we're talking about something that, without my clients, there's no me. Right. Yeah. Hell yeah. And see, especially when you think about you dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's. You know what I'm saying? But even then, you know, that's familiar to when Nip said the police came and took everything out of, you know, took all the equipment. You're like, what? You know, what's gonna come from this? What is it? At the end of the day, my boy bounced back, and if you get cut, you know exactly where he at. Now, how long was the process in getting to here? And, you know, how thankful are you to have went through that stuff? Because ultimately you had to go through that to condition yourself for this here. You know what I'm saying? Because even now, the whole situation is ran different. You got to book your cuts online. You feel me? I mean, unless you know Melly Mel like that and you can tell him you pulling up, you got to go online and book your cuts, and it's well organized. You get a guaranteed parking spot. I mean, it don't get no better than this. Now, how was coming into this situation, and what was it like even setting it up online where people can book online and things like that? And I can't take credit for that. I gotta shout out Shalise. In 2018, shout out. You say, you know, I was on the celebrity barber status. Yeah, she was the one who, I mean, not you were, you still are. I'm just saying that's when I was like, this nigga got to be a celebrity or something. And to be honest with you, bro, to speak on that was something that I also manifest too, because I didn't want to become a celebrity barber. Okay, I didn't want to become a barber that goes to the celebrities. I didn't want to be, I just didn't want to be, you know, I just always looked at that. It was like, you know, just coat tagging. You know what I'm saying? Following after somebody. I wanted you to come see my show. I wanted you to see me behind the chair performing for you as you sitting in my shop watching me do what I do. I wanted to develop that type of just perspective on what I do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I got to a point where there was a lot of people who wanted to get their haircut that couldn't get their haircut. Right. For an example, Shalise wanted to be a faithful client, but I couldn't, like, it just couldn't work. She'll come, I got 6 people. I can't wait for 6 people, male. You know what I'm saying? This and the third. That conditioning, so she like, bro, you need an act. You need some type of booking, some type of, I'm like, man, I need an assistant. Yeah. She like, I can do that. My assistant? Yeah. Like, that was, you know what I'm saying? She like, you at that level. And I'm like, I'm not at that level, but I can see where I'm going to where you will really be beneficial. Even though she's still not here with me today, because, you know, she had her own life. She 33 at the time in 2018, so, you know, she well into life. But she's the one who got me set up on Style Seat. Okay, she's the one who got me fully organized and understanding of how to take my business to the next level. So without Shalise, I wouldn't be on Style Seat. Yeah, because I'm writing your name down on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? And this is my appointment sheet today. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm going about it. But that's how I end up getting on the Style Seat and all that. And going back to your question, as far as how long did it take me to transition from pulling myself out of that hole and getting back, you know, my feet up under me. To be honest with you, bro, but, you know, by the grace of God, it only took me 7 days. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. Within that 7 days, it was a lot of hustling going on. Like, I'm not gonna water down the hustle that it take to be able to turn nothing into something. I'm not gonna water down the type of coaching you have to have for yourself to get up in the morning and go to all type of office spaces, all type of buildings, and all type of areas, from El Segundo to right here in LAX, to Westchester, to Culver City, to Marina, to Venice, to Santa Monica, back to downtown, back to Koreatown. Bro, you got to hit all of them.
Right. Yeah.
And you got to go talk to people that have been doing business and operating in office spaces and operating with numbers for years. And you have no idea or no real education on how to even go pick out a lease.
Right, yeah.
When we went downtown, that was a plug-in off of my man's girlfriend's auntie.
Right.
This is already a situation. Now we're talking about going to really talk to people.
Find it on your own.
And to have somebody say, okay, this is 600 square feet and it's $1.50 per square feet. And that's all the information you get. You don't get the price per month for the lease. You get the square feet and you get the price per square feet. And if you ask them, so how much is it a month? You don't know. Yeah,
you got to do the math.
You don't know how to do the math. You don't know how to break it down.
Right.
I don't. And mind you, I'm talking to a Russian dude who's not soft with the words. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know what I'm saying, this your first time. No, you're in the world, bro.
Yeah, bro.
If you don't know how to do this, you're not ready for this. You need to go back and figure out the educational aspect of trying to put leases together and trying to be in partnership with somebody and having to deal with leasing management and all that type of stuff. What are you looking for? What is your, you know what I'm saying, your budget? What is, and I'm by myself now.
Right.
It's not me and my partner to where I could be accommodated for half. Nah, I got to cover the full.
Right.
So it was a lot of learning, bro. It was a lot of growing pains. It was a lot of, self-motivation. It was a lot of self-encouragement.
Did you ever feel like you should have gave up at some point? Or did you ever feel like this shit is just too much?
Well, yeah. So on the 6th day, I get a phone call from my dad. And I haven't talked to my dad since 2019. It's 2020, February of 2020. So like a full-blown year, like a solid year I haven't talked to him. And he say, family fall out, but family fall back in. Like, let's sit down, let's put it back together. And I had to stand, so like, I got a lot of stuff going on right now. I didn't tell him what happened, but obviously he got work, because that's why he called me. And I'm like, I got a lot, I'm trying to put things back together. He like, come put it back together over here. Come back over here.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't come back, and now it's a situation of he tried to do it. He went and thought he could but look at my son. You gotta come back right here, and I couldn't.
Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't digest, even if that wasn't the aim or his, you know what I'm saying, his agenda. I had no other way to digest.
You had already decided you wouldn't do it again,
and I had no other, like, the timing, the conversation. It was just like, nah, bro. You feel me? And that's what really gave me that, like, all right, it's overdrive. That was like Saturday. I think I found this place. I think that was Saturday morning. I think I found this place during the day of Saturday.
Damn, that's crazy.
You know what I'm
believed
saying?
in it,
and really believed in it. This, I had a lot of places that I was like, okay, this is solid places, but I wanted everything to make sense. I wanted the parking to make sense. I wanted the office space to make sense. I also have a girlfriend who does hair, and I wanted to take her out of her situation and put a situation together that could potentially make sense for both of us.
Right.
Not in the same office space, because I want her to have her space and I have mine, but a situation to where she could grow herself and I could be there every step of the way with her, growing her situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for everything, for all the T's to be crossed and all the I's to be dotted, it was 5757 West Century that made that make sense. And honestly, bro, I want to say, in order for me to bag her on check, sign the paperwork, deposit, all that was another 3-4 days. So a week and a half leaving downtown. Now I'm getting ready to get situated in my own place in LAX.
Yeah, a boss always find his way.
You know what I'm saying?
Boss always gonna find his way. And if you ain't experienced it, man, this is This is the best experience I've ever experienced. I recommend it to anybody. Like I said, you really ain't gotta wait for no parking. You get a guaranteed parking spot. When it's your time to get your hair cut, you get your hair cut unless he cutting on somebody here an extra 15 minutes, but you up next. It ain't no, oh, well, they just walked in 10 minutes after you, they up right now, or you gotta wait for, no. You get your hair cut on time and you get you a guaranteed parking spot. So y'all gotta tap in with Melly Mel, man, for real, on the real. Now, as you sit back and cut hair now, thinking about all the things that you have been through, how grateful are you to be where you are, and where do you see yourself going in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years?
Man, I wouldn't be where I am now if it wasn't for, you know, my journey. I wouldn't have my mentality. I wouldn't have my thought process. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be able to stand on what I'm able to stand on now if it wasn't for my journey. You know what I'm saying? And I owe it to my journey. Not only do I owe it to God, but I owe it to my journey. You feel me? Like, I wouldn't have the texture that I have if it wasn't for my journey and me going through what I went through, and me going through it specifically, particularly the way that I had to do it. You feel me? So, bro, I'm grateful for my journey. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so specific too. It's step by step.
Man,
you know
coming from $2 haircuts to what he charged now, it's a beautiful thing. And what I've created right here is only, like, when people are like, man, this is great, woo woo. It's like, this really just the fingernail, bro. This is really just to, like, all right, now I could get foundation for self. That's all this is, just laying the foundation. It's just putting the concrete down, just blueprinting. You know what I'm saying? Just getting an idea of, okay, this is what my environment should feel like. Because at the end of the day, the whole ideology behind my shop is to create a place that caters to black men. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%.
Where do black men go to get catered to, literally? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from facials to ingrown hairs to conversation to encouragement to reassurance to, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in the business world with your family. Where can you go and just, you know what I'm saying, be able to release, you know what I'm saying, what you just dealt with the whole week. You know what I'm saying, with a friend. You know what I'm saying, not a stranger. Which we big up all therapists and that whole therapy situation. Go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? We support that. But not everybody is fans of that. Not everybody is open to being able to do it in that particular manner. And not that I'm a therapist or I got my PhD in psychology, but I've had enough experience around men to be blessed with a certain level of wisdom to be able to have these conversations and to be able to, you know, not just say I want to have a environment that caters to black men, to actually be able to put that in action, to actually be that for a lot of black men. You know what I'm saying? To know that on a day-to-day basis, I'm servicing people, that I'm of service to somebody, that I'm contributing to the world. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, bro, a big, like, I think one song that, like, kind of theme music the journey is Respect Your Passion by
Yes, sir. Respect Your Passion on me.
You know what I'm saying? Being able to burn it down and build it back up. You know what I'm saying? And being able to just take that thought process and, you know, just be encouraging. You know what I'm saying? To myself. You feel me? And where I see it going in the future, you know, if y'all know, you know what I'm saying, shout out Ali, my little brother, you know what I'm saying, he's in barber school right now, you know what I'm saying.
And I be seeing you coaching him up too, you know what I'm saying, and giving him pointers and things like that. And when you speak to him, you speak to him from a place of wisdom and just and experience. Like, you speak to him real. I mean, Melly Mel's a calm, smooth dude, so, you know, he really, I never saw him really go outside of that. So the way you do it is just real unique, you know what I'm saying, and it's, I can tell that you're passionate about even the way you teach. So I gotta ask you this, Melly Mel. People often ask, what does Clap It Up mean? And I want people to understand, Clap It Up means you. So Melly Mel, what do you clap it up for in your life? Things that you have achieved, things that you have overcame. What is it that you clap it up for?
Man, to be honest with you, bro, the fact that I've been able to set up my life to be funded behind my chair. Everything that I do, whatever trips you see me on since 2017, Whatever clothes you've seen me wear, whatever, anything you've seen me indulge in, have been financed behind my chair. You know what I'm saying? To be able to love what I do, to be able to, you know, be excited to come see my folks and to come indulge in my peoples and service them simultaneously, and be able to pay my bills strictly off of cutting hair. I don't sell weed, I don't sell lean, I don't scam, bro, I cut hair. And that's what I clap it up for, the fact that I've been able to become self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? This pandemic has been horrendous for a lot of people.
For real.
For a lot of people. And I was able to comfortably coast through the pandemic. I have to clap it up for that. Because in hindsight, if I would have stayed downtown, that building did shut down during COVID.
God, it's God, bro.
This building during COVID said, if you could pay your bills, you can do your thing.
Man, God working, baby, all the time.
And
all the time. God working mysterious ways too. Had he not got kicked out, he wouldn't have had this.
If I had not got kicked out, I wouldn't have had this.
Beautiful.
And I wouldn't have been able to solely become self-sufficient in my business. And this is a small glimpse into the future. You know, after I'll probably say another 10 months, I'll graduate from barber school. We had our first 2-man barbershop, a bigger space in the same scenario. And my second youngest brother graduated high school in 5 years. So I'll be 30 at the time, and I want to have a situation where if they choose to, it's here for them. If they don't, perfectly fine.
100.
But that's the future, is to be able to have a legacy and something that, you know, my little brothers could choose. And that's another thing that I clap it up for. You feel me? Being able to push the legacy forward that my dad created. Because he did create it. He did start it. He is the progenitor of me and my brothers doing what we doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, being self-sufficient is, you know, what I clap it up for. You know what I'm saying? Being able to stand on my own. Being able to, you know what I'm saying, be accountable for my everyday. If it don't go right, I gotta look in the mirror. I clap it up for that.
Right.
A lot of people not in that position.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it took a lot to get to this position and to know how much further I gotta go. And 5 years is just another glimpse into another 10 years that got to be put in. You know what I'm saying? So being self-sufficient, being able to stand on your own, because at the end of the day, that's really, you know, the goal.
Yeah, hell
to
yeah.
be able to stand on your own.
Financial freedom.
It's to be able to support your family. It's to be able to, you know what I'm saying, put something together that the people under you could come up under and be successful. Not dead, not in jail, you know what I'm saying, not a victim to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Something that they could look at and say, you know what, that's a fly guy, he's a respectable dude, and he's getting money. You know what I'm saying? And it's not in the manner of having to risk your life. I gotta clap it up for that.
Yeah, you clap it up for that, y'all. Check this out. We're gonna put an end to this right here. Y'all just got some real good game from my boy Melly Mel. Y'all make sure y'all tap in to get y'all free haircut. We out.